Hello, I'm Llewellyn King, host of White House Chronicle, which is coming right up. But first, a few thoughts of my own. People love bridges. Bridges mostly do not upset people. They're beautiful. They're great architectural masterpieces. And I always think of bridges as man's, and I use that in its full intent, intrusion for good reason into the environment. There are things we do that work very well that alter the environment. Bridges take us across rivers. Here in Washington, we have a towpath along the Potomac going back to the old days when there was a canal there. It's enormously popular as a recreational source. People jog, people bicycle, people do everything along this canal. If you tried to build it today, there would be an enormous environmental outpouring against it. And if you tried to remove it, there would be an enormous outpouring against it. Therefore, as the world gets more crowded, complicated, as we worry more about the environment, including what we're doing to the air, I think it is time for us to think about what we do that is a kind of constructive intrusion, that changes things, but not for the worse. I personally feel that way about big dams. They change things, whether it's the mighty Kariba Dam on the Zambezi River or the great dams out west that produce so much electricity. There is change, but change is not necessarily bad. It doesn't necessarily mean desecration, but I think we should decide what it is that leaves a good impact, and often that is a big rather than a small thing. A lot of small things, lovely in themselves, are not so lovely en masse, and you can think of this. Roads are like that, shopping centers, all of this paving over of America. I talked recently about the Fauquier Livestock Exchange out where I live, a piece of old America, gorgeous in its way, burned down. Now we used to sing fields with townhouses in them. That was a special agricultural building in fields that were agricultural. We're going to have to think a lot more about what we do to the environment that we have to do. We can't sort of pretend we don't have to do anything. We have to do things to accommodate the growing populations of the earth. Doing the right things, though, that is the test. Paving it over, even covering it with small power devices may not be the solution. I like big machines. I like big structures. I love skyscrapers, big intrusions into the sky, up from the earth, somehow symbolizing the best of the human achievements, not the worst. I have a very special program today. I'm going to be talking about nuclear power with someone who knows a great deal about it. I'm not sure that we necessarily agree, but I know that you will find it extremely interesting, and we'll be right back with that conversation.
White House Chronicle is produced in collaboration with WHUT, Howard University Television. And now, the program host, nationally syndicated columnist Llewellyn King, and